Evening all, Chief Prepper here. We're a little over a week away from Christmas. I think it's important that if you can, make sure you enjoy Christmas. Make sure you enjoy the New Year's. And then, of course, always be looking ahead. I would tell you that I think that you should know that inflation is not going anywhere. There's a very good chance it's going to get worse. I haven't watched Pinball's video yet, but apparently the government's actually admitting to a recession in 2023. Wow, really, right? So what's important is, you know, all this shit started. 2020 was bad. They were like, wow. 2021 arrived, and we're like, well, we hope it's going to be better. Well, it was worse. Uh, 2021 came to an end, and 2022 came around, and we're like, wow, we kind of got a little bit of a breather. But right now, the news is full of triple whatever you want to call it. The three boogeyman words. Uh, so 2022 has not been that good. And then Texas had a freeze in 2021, and we're getting ready to have at least a 2-day freeze. I think starting a week from Friday. Next Friday. So it's supposed to be waking up to 22 degrees outside. We've had plenty of disasters between 2020 and now. We've had fires across the nation. We've had blackouts. We've had floods. We've had droughts. I don't know what to tell people, but you need to be able to take care of yourself. So I've done videos on talking to you about adjusting your finances. I think 2023 is going to be even tougher than the last 3 years or 2 years, whatever. 2020, 3 years. 2020, 2021, 2022. So you say tougher how? All indications are, if you look around the YouTube verse and other places, the news is not covering it. They don't never seem to cover anything. But there's just going to be a shortage. So if you can, stock up on food. If you have not, stock up on food. Stock up on a way to secure your food, as in protect yourself and your family. Invest in alternate power sources. Prepper Nurse One was talking about that today. He's looking into a wind generator in addition to solar, because apparently, his solar is not working out for him in West Virginia. As in, he still needs his generator more than he wants to admit. And he's looking into hydro too. So, you need water. You need water more than you need food, which you're going to need food. So, water, food, security, shelter, heat, alternate ways to cook, blah, 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 blah. I've said it many, 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 many times. Do not think that inflation is going to get better. Be the glass half empty person, and prepare for more than likely it will get worse. And then you know what? If it's better, yay. I would tell you that one of the things I struggle with the frozen meat that I have in my deep freeze is I have a bad habit of pulling it out and not being able to gauge when it's going to thaw out. And sometimes if it doesn't thaw out when I need it to, I go buy another meat from the store, and then that meat winds up not getting cooked. And then within a couple of days, if you have 2 or 3 days where stuff happens, then that meat goes in the trash. I've had 3 instances of that, and I hate that. So I'm getting better. So you got to work out that's routine and cycle for pulling meat out, thawing it out, and then cooking it. You need to be thinking ahead. That's how preppers stay in front of stuff. My fear is come June, July of next year, maybe even March, April, that there will be many people who will not be able to stay ahead. And as more and more people become desperate, crime is going to go up. So be careful when you're out and about. Uh, Seems to be nothing but bad news. So you need to figure out a way to peacefully deal with that. Um, I know that for a fact. It's tough. So develop your plan, keep a list, work the list, realize the list will change. The change will happen because uh, I'm watching Something's Gotta Give. It's funny. Anyway, sorry. Uh, so you need to also have laughter and humor in your life. So, if you're like me, my humor is a little different. I think it's funny when someone does something stupid and hurts themselves, but uh, you got to take a breather. I haven't been watching as much YouTube as I used to. It's just that I get tired of listening to the bad news. Tired of trying to keep track of the number of snakes in the room because I can't stomp on them. If I could have, I would have already done it. I would tell you ammo is plentiful right now and it's cheap, so I would capitalize on that uh, because it can change overnight. So the only thing that sucks about it is if you get more than a couple hundred rounds on hand for both your handgun and your long gun, then you're not going to be able to carry that shit if you're going to walk away or drive away. Uh, Work your list. If your list changes because something pops up, okay. I'm looking at the very real requirement soon of possibly needing to get a riding lawnmower. The one I have still runs, but it won't steer. It won't turn to the right, and I gotta drag the jack around to the backyard and jack it up, see if I can figure out why. So you're gonna have unexpected expenses. So a new riding lawnmower, even just a 42-inch cut one, is pretty pricey. So, and every time I have one, well, I've had the one I had that was donated from my cousin that died, and I was the only member of the family who had a yard big enough worthy of the lawnmower, and I got lucky they gave it to me. So I've been keeping it running and taking care of it, but I haven't been doing a good enough job. So anyway, you need to look ahead and you need to work your list, prioritize it. I can't stress that enough, because if you write it down and you keep the list, then that helps you focus. Sometimes that's needed. Be working on your physical fitness. I can tell you from personal experience, even being fairly physically fit, when you go from driving everywhere or most everywhere to walking everywhere, it takes a toll on you. So living and working within a 1,200 square yard area for 2 years and walking everywhere, and then doing physical fitness and then the extreme heat, and you pick all the other stuff. So I can tell you're going to wear out a pair of boots. So I wore out 2 pairs of boots in a year, flat out and warm out. Soles were almost gone, and I was in infantry. So I would tell you that if the train thing becomes an actual issue, like if what I'm seeing is the precursor to what's going to happen, I've been keeping an eye on that train yard, and it's been getting fuller. It's as full as they can get as far as I know right now. Everything's going to dry up overnight. So keep that in mind. So if that happens, you're going to have whatever you have on hand, and that's it. And then whatever gas is in your vehicle, and that's it. So just be aware. Enjoy Christmas. enjoy the coming week. I drive around in my car with Christmas music on. I don't play it at home because my wife works in retail and they have it on in the store all the time, and she probably wouldn't enjoy it. So, make sure your tree's up, your lights are up. Make sure you got a couple presents under the tree for people. I know times are tough, things are hard, but enjoy it. Uh, it's very possible that this will be the last year where we have abundance, where we have some money to spend. And there are many families who don't have abundance and don't have any money to spend. So, make sure you take the moments, the small ones, because if we have an actual war, the moments will be few and far between. Chief Prepper.